Hi, I am Emily, a designer at a multinational company, leading a boring life where work consumes my every moment. Dating was never a priority for me. I did not want to waste time on fleeting connections, but then, one lazy Sunday, destiny decided to play its hand. My best friend Julie and I sat at a restaurant, casually calling the waiter. As I looked up to place our order, I was met with a sight that stole my breath away. His piercing blue eyes and golden locks had an irresistible charm that held me captive. "Hey, what is going on?" "Oh, nothing. Just a Caesar salad and a margarita pizza, please." "Certainly, ma'am." Sure, I had seen good-looking guys before, but there was something about his eyes that spoke to my very soul. "So, spill the beans." "What are you talking about?" "Don't play coy with me. You've fallen head over heels for him." I blushed, thinking it was just a silly crush. We enjoyed our meal, and when he bought the bill, our fingers brushed, sending electric jolts through me. I opened the bill, and to my astonishment there was a tissue paper with his handwritten number. That night, I gathered all my courage. I finally called Jack, and from that moment on, our love story began. That was the best night ever. I didn't sleep at all, but I felt so energized. The next day, when I went to the office, I didn't feel the Monday blues. I was the happiest person there. "How did it go?" "What?" "The phone call. Your face is giving it away. I want to know all the details." I can't even put it into words. We have different backgrounds, but our connection is unlike anything I've ever experienced. Different backgrounds? Well, you see, he's not as fortunate as I am. He left school in the middle of his studies because he had a burning passion for becoming a chef. Unfortunately, luck was not on his side and he could not secure a job in that field, so he's working as a waiter while simultaneously studying to finish his graduation. The salary is not as handsome as us, and he's carrying the responsibility of taking care of his mother as well. That is quite challenging. Are you considering dating him? I must say, Julie, I genuinely like him. I deeply admire his hard work. That is good. Just take it slowly. Know that I'm here for you every step of the way. Follow your heart and trust your instincts. Thank you, Julie. As the days passed, our relationship grew into pure happiness. I loved Jack deeply and I would do anything to support him. I even surprised him with his dream car and a watch on his birthday because his joy meant the world to me. He constantly found ways to make me happy, and I was willing to do anything for him. One day, while sharing the story of our love with Julie, my phone interrupted us. "Hey, Jack." "Hi, sweetheart. I just wanted to hear your voice. How's your day going?" "It's going great. I was just telling Julie about you, and she's amazed by everything we have been through." "That is so wonderful. I'm so grateful to have you by my side. You have made my life complete. And you've done the same for me, Jack. I love you more than words can express." "I love you too, Emily. I cannot wait to see you tonight and create more beautiful memories together." "Me neither, Jack. See you soon." I hung up the phone. I have never seen you this happy before. We are going on a date tonight and I'm so excited. "Oh, that is wonderful. Tell me about it tomorrow." "Yes, of course." I was eagerly waiting for it the whole day. And finally, the moment arrived. Jack came to pick me up at the office and we went to the most beautiful restaurant in the city. Jack ordered my favourite food and I couldn't help but wonder how he takes care of every minute detail. This evening is so beautiful. It's not more beautiful than you. Oh, you! This gesture alone made me fall for you even harder. The food arrived and I enjoyed every bite. The flavours were delicious, but more than that, I cherished the experience because I was with him. Then, he ordered a dessert, my favourite cheesecake. I was about to take the first bite when Jack suddenly interrupted. "Wait, there is something in your cake." I looked into it, and something was shining. I carefully dug into the cake, and there it was, a ring. Jack took it from my hand, and the next moment, before I could fully comprehend what was happening, he was on his knees. Tears welled up in my eyes. "Will you marry me?" I was shocked. It had only been a few months, but he made me feel so special. I decided to follow my heart rather than my brain, trusting in our love. Hey, is it too early? I'm so sorry, Jack. So is that a no? Oh, my love, how can I say no to you? It's a yes, of course! I hugged him tightly, tears of happiness streaming down my face. It was the happiest day of my life. Hey, I'm sorry I could only afford this silver ring. It doesn't matter, Jack. This is the most beautiful ring I've ever had. I broke this news to Julie the next day. What? Julie was taken aback, her expression filled with surprise as I told her about the previous evening. Shh! But why did you say yes? It has only been a few months. I know, but I love him. I've never been so certain about anything in my life, so I followed my heart. Okay, but he gave you a silver ring and you have given him so much. Hey, it's not about material things. He's going through a tough time and that's all right. Okay, I'm happy for you. Have you met his family yet? We are going to meet his mum today. Oh, all the best. After work, we went for dinner with Jack's mum, and I was pleasantly surprised by her kindness and acceptance. She wholeheartedly embraced our relationship, which meant the world to me. As our love continued to grow and flourish, we eventually tied the knots. Our wedding day was a beautiful mix of laughter, tears, and overwhelming joy. We exchanged heartfelt vows, pledging to support and cherish each other unconditionally. I was living a dream as Jack moved into my apartment with me. We were building a future together. One day, I overheard Jack talking to his mum on the phone and he seemed tense. After the call, I approached him, concerned. Hey, love, is everything okay? You look worried. Hey, actually, it was my mum on the phone. And what did she say? She told me that she had to sell our family house to settle the debts my father had accumulated. Oh, that is terrible! Where is she now? I don't know what to do. We will find a way to navigate through this. In the meantime, tell her to come and live with us. Are you sure about that? Of course. We'll figure it out together. She is family and we will support each other no matter what. I cannot express how grateful I am. I love you more than words can say. You don't have to thank me. Just bring her home as soon as possible. Yes, I will bring her home today itself. That evening, Jack brought his mum to our home. She looked weary and sad, so I decided to take her shopping to lift her spirits. Afterward, she seemed a little better. I thought it would be helpful for her to live with us, and she would also share some responsibility. Unfortunately, she got some pain in her knees and got bedridden, and my schedule became incredibly busy. I had to manage the responsibilities of our home, my work, and taking care of my mother-in-law. Jack, too, was overwhelmed with his exams. I didn't want to burden him further, so I kept it to myself and took on the task of managing everything on my own. Hey, let's go out tomorrow. Hey, I'm sorry, but I'm incredibly busy at the moment. What's going on? You have been looking so tired lately. I explained everything to her. Oh, that is sad to hear. Please let me know if you need anything or if there's anything I can do to help. Yes, of course. I appreciate your support. I finished my meeting early that day and I was relieved. I thought I could finally rest for a while. When I got home, I was surprised to see Jack already there because usually he was at work this time. As I went to say hi to him, I heard noises coming from the kitchen. It was Jack and my mother-in-law enjoying some beer and pizza together. I couldn't believe it because my mother-in-law usually stayed in her room and said she couldn't move around much, but here she was having a good time and dancing to the music. I started to have doubts and felt disbelief creeping in. They were talking, so I went closer, but they couldn't hear me because of the loud music playing. This pizza tastes so good! Your free things always taste excellent. Don't tease me. You're just lying in bed all day and eating free food. So, tell me about your work. I quit my job. Why? And what about the exam you failed? Does Emily know about this? My wife is rich. I don't have to do anything. I was shocked. I had never seen Jack like this before. It felt like he had become a different person. So what do you do all day? I just go to parties and hang out with my friends. Ha ha, you are enjoying life. What if Emily finds out? She won't believe it, even if you tell her that. She's deeply in love with me. That is true. Such a poor girl. Those words kept ringing in my head, and I could not believe what I was hearing. It felt like the person I knew and loved had changed completely. Jack was right. I would have never believed if anyone else told me this. But I was hearing everything from his mouth.
I'm getting bored sitting at home. Let's go on a trip. Do you have money? Don't you? Doesn't your wife give you pocket money? I've run out of money. No worries, son. You do not have to pay. Let us go on a trip and make your pig wife pay for everything. That is a great idea. Don't worry. You start packing. I will deceive her and she will end up paying for everything. Those words pierced my heart. It was clear that they were plotting against me, using my love for Jack to take advantage of my finances. The person I thought I knew had shown a side of himself I never expected. I stepped outside, determined to regain my composure. I approached the door silently, not wanting to alert them. Jack, drenched in sweat, swung the door open, revealing his secret burden. Reluctantly, I entered our home where everything was back in place, even my mother-in-law. Why are you sweating, love? Oh, I'm just not feeling well. I had a hectic day at work. He lied effortlessly, intensifying my sorrow. Oh, and take a break, dear. I'm here to take care of everything. Actually, I was thinking the same. I spoke to Mum's doctor and he suggested a change of scenery to make her feel better. It could do wonders for her energy. I knew exactly what was coming next, yet I fought to maintain a still expression. That sounds wonderful. Have you made any plans yet? Actually, I was about to ask where you would like to go. We could take a family trip. Normally, I would have been extremely happy about the situation, but their true motives made me angry. Oh dear, it would have been lovely, but I just got promoted and my workload has doubled. Why don't you both go? Are you sure? We can plan it for another time. No, we will figure that out later. You two should go now. A sinister smile crept upon his lips and I could no longer hold on to my emotions. I need to freshen up. Plan the trip and let me know. Okay, dear, I love you. That day, I cried a lot. I blamed myself for trusting my husband and mother-in-law. How could I have let this happen? Julie's warnings echoed in my mind. I had rushed into this too soon. I felt lost and didn't know what to do. I had done everything for them and tried my best to make them happy, but they betrayed me. I was filled with sadness, but my anger grew even stronger. I wanted to show them the consequences of their actions. I tortured myself with doubts and eventually fell asleep. The next day, I awoke to the sound of laughter coming from my mother-in-law's room. I went to see what was happening, but Jack saw me. Good morning, my love. Good morning, what's happening? Oh, we are planning a trip to Greece. Inside, I was furious, but I had a plan, so I played along. Wow, that is a beautiful destination. I've always wanted to go there. Thank you for arranging this, dear. No need to thank me, Margaret. Enjoy the trip. I'll take care of all the bookings today. I planned the entire trip, booking the most luxurious hotels and extravagant rides for them, except for one thing. It was a one-way ticket. They were happy, but their happiness was short-lived. The day finally arrived and they were ready to leave. I handed Jack all the details of the bookings and tickets. Have a safe trip. Yes, we will miss you. Oh yes, I will miss you too. After dropping them off at the airport, I returned to the house, a place where I could not even experience a moment of peace because of them. I had been tirelessly running for their sake, only to be continuously deceived. I pitied myself. Nevertheless, I felt a sense of relief and happiness knowing that I finally had some space. I called Julie and invited her to my home. It had been ages since we caught up. I had been so consumed by my duties. My thoughts broke as Julie rang the bell. As I opened the door, Julie hugged me tightly, and at that moment, all the emotions I had held back poured out. I couldn't stop crying, and Julie, surprised by my state, did her best to console me. After a while, I finally managed to calm down, having let it all out. Are you feeling better now? Is this about Jack? How did you know? You're the strongest person I know, but relationships can truly test anyone. Julie was the one who had known me for years, aware of every detail of my life. Yes, it is about him and his mother. Tell me what they did. I will make sure they learn their lesson. You do not have to do that. I have everything planned. I proceeded to explain the entire story to Julie, sharing my plan with her. That is a good idea. Teach them a lesson. Jack and Margaret were reveling in their blissful trip to Greece. It had been 10 days and the time had come for their return. Little did they know they wouldn't be able to come back. I had only booked a one-way ticket, and Jack hadn't even paid attention. The next day I knew he would call me, desperate for a return ticket. My phone rang just as I had predicted. Julie and I exchanged a knowing smile.
Hi, Jack. How is everything going?
It's going well. Greece is breathtaking. By the way, I wanted to talk about the return tickets. You didn't...
Hey, I'm sorry, but I have an important meeting right now. Can I call you back in half an hour?
Oh, okay, bye. I ended the call abruptly, blocking his number without a second thought. After a few minutes, Julie received a call from Jack.
Emily, Jack is calling me now.
As expected, do as we decided. Julie picked up the call. Hi, Julie. Jack here.
Hello, Jack. What is going on?
Actually, I cannot reach Emily on her phone. Can you please pass her the phone?
Oh, Jack, I'm currently on leave. I'll try to reach her and ask her to get back to you.
Oh, okay, sure.
The next few days were not easy for me. I kept ignoring his messages, hoping for the best. It was a Saturday afternoon and I lay on my bed, reminiscing about the beautiful memories Jack and I had once created together. I cursed destiny for its cruel turns. Then the doorbell rang. I opened the door and there stood my beloved husband and mother-in-law, but they were no longer the same. They wore old clothes, their faces filled with sadness and exhaustion.
Oh my God, what happened? I hope you had a good journey. I had an idea about what must have happened, but I wanted to hear it in their words. You will not believe the hell we went through in Greece. It started out as a dream vacation, but things took a wild turn.
Oh no, tell me everything.
It all began with the missing return tickets. I thought you forgot to book them and I tried calling you. You had had an important meeting.
Oh yes, I remember that. I'm sorry for not being available.
Then I reached out to Julie, but she was on leave too. We were stuck without a way to get back and time was ticking.
That must have been incredibly stressful for you both. How did you manage to handle the situation?
It was tough. I tried calling you multiple times, but I could not reach you. I was desperate and started calling my friends for help, but they turned their backs on us.
That's really unfortunate. It's disappointing to see how some people behave when things get tough.
Anyway, we were stuck there for a week and things got worse. We had to sell off our belongings just to survive. It was a wake-up call for sure. I finally got a job at a restaurant, but the pay was barely enough to cover basic expenses. I started understanding the real value of money and hard work.
Oh, but you had enough money to survive there.
I wish I had saved some. I realised how much we were spending for all those days.
It's okay. I'm glad you found a way to manage.
The breaking point came when I had to sell the watch you gave me. It was a symbol of my recklessness, and I realised the true worth of your love and efforts.
Seeing him admitting all his past mistakes, I decided to tell them the truth. Let me tell you something, Jack and Margaret. Whatever happened to both of you in Greece was all part of my plan.
I wanted you to realise the consequences of your actions. I knew about your lost jobs, exams, Margaret's sickness, and even how you made me pay for the trip.
I played along because I wanted to teach you a lesson. Jack stood frozen, unable to believe that I could create such a situation. He had always seen me as a soft-hearted nerd girl, but now he realised the truth. Tears rolled down from his eyes.
Emily, I am so sorry. I've come to understand my mistakes and I promise I won't give you any reason to complain again.
Yes, dear, please forgive us. I am perfectly fine now and I'll do everything I can to help you.
I don't need that. Just get out of my house.
Please, Emily, give us a chance to make it right. We regret our actions and want to be a part of your life again. We've learned from our mistakes and we truly appreciate the love and effort you've shown us.
I promise, Emily, I'll work hard and be responsible. I want to support you and make up for the pain I caused you. Please forgive me.
I paused, taking a moment to think about their words and looking into their eyes, where I saw sincere regret. Gradually a smile appeared on my face. All right, Jack and Margaret, I will forgive you, but only if you truly change and prove your sincerity. We can work towards rebuilding trust and creating a happy family together. Jack started working again with a determination to become successful. Margaret, humbled by her past mistakes, stood by my side, offering me support and assistance in any way she could. I had taken my revenge. In time, wounds healed. I still haven't forgotten what they did to me, and I think neither have the two of them. We are trying to build a better life for ourselves and try to live as a normal family. I'm staying optimistic and hoping for the best.